Fortnite Ballistic has just released, and today I want to give my thoughts and opinions on the new game mode. So, after a brief period of matchmaking issues and whatnot, you were finally able to get into a game about an hour after it released. And that's fine. There's obviously going to be matchmaking issues when they release a new mode due to the influx of people kind of sorting out all the bugs and glitches, and the game is in early access, so this should be expected. I've only played around 2 or 3 hours of Valorant because I don't like the game. It's not my sort of jam. And I'm probably butchering that name now that I think about it. But Valorant. Is it Valorant? Not Valorant. Valorant is very much a game which I don't enjoy because I'm alright at first-person shooters, but it's not something I go out my way to play. So normally, I see someone, they shoot me first, I'm dead, and then I've got to wait about 30 to 40 seconds to spawn in, and the round resets. And this goes on and on and on. And then at the start of each round, you buy stuff with credits, right? And the system is the better you do in each round, the more credits you get for spending on weapons, money, and not money, but bombs, equipment, stuff you can kill people with. And this is fine and all, but once again, if I'm not good at first-person shooters, I'm probably not going to get those few kills, so I'm going to be punished for that. So Ballistic is based off Valorant, and sort of you have a defenders and attackers, and you're defusing a bomb. So that's how the game works. You have one team attacking and one team defending, and the attackers got to plant a bomb and let the bomb go off, and the defenders have to stop that from happening. My issue with that, mostly when playing Ballistic, is that nobody really bothers to plant the bomb. In the 3 or 4 games that I played, it was basically a team deathmatch, because there's no respawn, if you know what I mean. There's no incentive to actually try and plant the bomb, because the win condition is more kill all of the enemy team. So it's more like a team deathmatch in that way. That's my main glaring criticism with the game mode. I'm not really the main audience for this game mode because I'm not a Valorant player. I'm not a sort of player of kind of these instant hardcore sort of death modes. I'm not massively into COD, but when I do sit down to play a game of COD, it's normally Black Ops Cold War. And I know that's a bit controversial in the community. Some people love it, some people hate it. And there's detonation, or whatever it's called, not domination, but it's demolition, that's what it's called. Demolition. So once again, you have a team of attackers and you have a team of defenders. There are 2 objectives though, and you respawn every time you die, and the defenders have to stop the bomb from going off, and the attackers have to make the bomb go off. So it's a real sort of defense game like Valorant, where you're trying to get this one objective or 2 objectives, right? And I feel like that could work better, but that's my opinion because, once again, I don't like Valorant. So playing Demolition, where I already have all of my stuff ready to go, like the guns I want to use, the grenades, the shields, XYZ, and then being able to respawn once I die with that same equipment and not have to wait 40 seconds, for the round to finish before I get another chance to play is more my speed, because it feels less punishing, It doesn't feel like I really need to do well in this to enjoy the game. I can play it at a more casual pace. And Fortnite is more of a casual game in my opinion. There are ranked mode for the people who are more competitive and want to succeed and do well and really push their limits. But Ballistic, in my opinion, is aiming for that more competitive crowd. So the idea of there being a ranked and then a sort of casual normal mode is interesting to me, because that game really targets what I would consider a try-hard player. It's not for me because of how it's positioned as a hardcore mode, where once you're dead for a certain amount of time, and you won't come back until you win or lose that round. I enjoyed the game to an extent. There were moments where I thought, oh, this is quite fun, but most of my game was that you're just trying to run around to find people, and then by the time I found somebody, someone else had got that kill, or I would find someone, and then I'd be shot dead instantly. It's a very hard sort of learning curve from going from a third-person shooter like Fortnite to a first-person shooter. However, that being said, I do see how people might love this game mode, and it could be a competitor for Valorant. Valorant? I keep getting that name wrong, sorry. I really hope for the future, because I know this is an early access, some more casual, sort of less game modes where it's hardcore, where you only get one life. I'd really enjoy like a team deathmatch, much like Call of Duty or any kind of shooter you've played in general, where you have unlimited lives, there's no need to buy stuff before you start the round, because that's quite tedious and boring to me. Like, I'm one of those people that is a creature of habit, right? I'll stick to 1 or 2 guns and 1 or 2 upgrades and whatnot, and play that for months, if not years of my lifetime on a game, right? It is very much I've bought my SMG or I've bought my assault rifle and now I've got to wait 20 seconds and then we play and then there's 20 or 30 seconds of me running around trying to shoot people and oh wait, I'm dead now, I've got to wait another 20 seconds till the round ends and I can't affect that round any longer because I'm dead, if you know what I mean. Whereas in Call of Duty, I've got all my stuff and once I've shot someone or been shot, I respawn and I can still have an impact on the game even though I've died a couple times. It's not critical that I stay alive for as long as possible to the team. Because when I was playing games like Valorant, my issue was sometimes I'd be the last person left alive. And I was like really new to the game when I was playing this. So I wasn't the best when it came to the movement or the shooting. So it would be like, it's critical that I'm alive and I kill the other person, but I've got half the playtime and experience that they have, so they're going to instantly demolish me. And it did feel quite one-sided because of this. And I know everybody's brand new to Ballistic, but there's still the issue in my case of, I'm not as good at doing X, Y, Z, X, Y. It just felt like no one was playing objective. Everyone was shooting one another. And it wasn't very entertaining for me, at least. I did really like how the weapon wraps and the skins looked and how the emotes looked. It's not a bad game at all. Once again, I'm just not the person that it's targeted towards. I'm not the person which is meant for these one-life game modes. I really did enjoy the maps, like I just said. The singular map for early access. It really fits in with the Seaport City on the Battle Royale map. And it fits the whole Chapter 6 aesthetic, right? So I feel like that's what they've got going for them in their corner. Just from a visual interest. Like, sometimes I can see myself hopping onto this game mode just to have a look around and experience the first person and the guns and whatnot, because I'm not inclined to go on creator maps. I'm a very boring person. I stick to Reload, Battle Royale, and OG. I play a couple rounds of OG, but once again, not really my cup of tea either. I really do like how they've integrated it into Fortnite though. That's a massive pro for me. And I can see this being once again, their kind of test and beta when they develop a proper mode and expand on their ideas. So maybe one day we'll get a team deathmatch or a capture the flag or domination or something along those lines, or maybe the most valuable player game mode, kill order in Call of Duty, where someone's the kind of target and you've got to protect them and you get points for that. Could be a really interesting game mode for me, and I would see myself playing more Fortnite rather than going to an outside game like Call of Duty, because A, it would take up less storage on my device, and B, because it's all in one place. And honestly, I really enjoy Call of Duty and I really enjoy Fortnite, but I really struggle to play Call of Duty or these other first-person games sometimes, mostly just because of how they're set up and the community around them, where if I'm going into Fortnite, most of the time I know it's going to be a casual experience, for me at least, because I'm not in those competitive circles, and there are specific zones for those competitive circles, and I'm not going to get a racial slur thrown at me for just casually playing the game. Or maybe I will. Maybe I'm just so, out of touch to all games entirely at this point, because I'm not a huge gamer. I like my books and my television programs and whatnot. That's really all I have to say, but I really do like how it looks from a technical standpoint. I think it's really well done, besides kind of starting a few matchmaking issues, which is probably vaguely related. It doesn't have too much holding on the game itself. When you get into the game, it looks good, it sounds good. The gunplay isn't for me, although I did enjoy parts of it. There are a couple of issues in my opinion, but people who are more accustomed to Valorant and kind of Demolition and games along those lines, like, I'm not sure if Overwatch has anything to do with it. I've played like 4 rounds of Overwatch in my entire life. But I can see this being a competitor to those sort of big games, and people really enjoying this mode. And of course, it has a lot more customization, and you can engage in the game a bit more. You don't have to play as certain operatives or whatnot. Oh, you want to play as Juicefold? Well, you can do that. You want to play as an ice cream man? You can do that. You want to play as a banana peel? You can do that. There's a lot more personality to it, in my opinion, just off the first few rounds that I've played, just because of those back blings and the skins that you've got and the wraps, compared to games like Overwatch and Valorant and whatnot. I hope you enjoyed whatever rambling is this video. I mostly do these videos on subjects that I like. At the moment, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, so my videos are on Fortnite. I have been doing them on Arcane and whatnot. If you enjoy the video, leave a comment. If you hated it, also leave a comment and tell me what a horrible human being I am. Feedback is always welcome, of course. Dislike, like, click all the buttons, and I hope you have a good day. Okay, I'll see you all later. Bye.